Alright, good morning everybody, it's Sean. Long time since I've done a video. This is my recap of 2016, the books that I picked up this year. I'm just going to go through these relatively quickly. Just want to say thank you to everybody. I'll show what I won from A Fistful of Comics or Francis McMenamin's video at the end, but these are the biggest books I picked up this year, and I thought I would let everybody take a look at them. First up, it's Marvel Premiere #1, Power of Warlock. It's really pretty decent shape. I was surprised that I got this one earlier this year. Gil Kane art. Picked up my first and only book that I have from The Walking Dead. First appearance of Negan, Death of Glenn. Big surprise there. I just love that cover. I got this for like $12 or $13. Pretty good deal. One of the pickups at a show that I vended at, I was able to get another Doctor Strange #1. This one is signed by Frank Brenner. I thought that was a pretty good deal for the price I paid from it. It was working it from dealer to dealer. So this is one of the bigger books I picked up this year, in my opinion. I was very excited about that. Second appearance of Rocket Raccoon, Hulk 271, just kind of a classic cover. I got this for like $12 also. Working a deal with a guy that's selling books here in the Quad Cities. Picked up a really pristine copy of The Incredible Hulk 340 classic cover by Todd McFarlane in art. This is like my third copy of this. I was just very fortunate to get a book that was this clean. One of my bigger pickups this year was a raw copy of Iron Fist #1. This book is actually picking up steam. I'm surprised how much it's going for on eBay, even for a fine grade, which I would think this is probably a fine plus, maybe a very fine minus. But I was excited to get this again. This is like the third time I've owned it. I have a slabbed copy in an 8.0, and then I have this. I sold one early at a show in Dubuque. This is probably one of the bigger surprises that I've gotten off of eBay recently. This book is the first Frank Miller work on Daredevil in the series. I believe he did Peter Parker Spectacular, Spider-Man 27 and 28, which I think was the first work he did on Daredevil. What was interesting about this is that I bought this from an eBay buy, and it came with this and also 169, which is the first or second appearance of Elektra. But the guy, whoever did it, took very good care of these, and it's an immaculate shape. Not really much wrong with it, but if you can see here on the side, he's got 5 sheets of chamber paper, microchamber paper in this book. And I always thought this was a hard copy to keep clean with the black purple cover. So I was very excited about that. Pretty good price, and this one goes to my personal collection. Picked this up from Have Fun Collectibles in a big purchase, and I'll show you what else I bought with it. I worked a deal to get this and another book in this pickup this year, but this is the first Talia al Ghul. Really digging these early 70s Detective Batman comics. It's in fine minus shape. I'm not going to have any dispersions about how great of a shape it is, but it's nice to have in the collection. Picked this up at Wizard World in Chicago. This is my second copy of New Gods. It's a little Jack Kirby goodness. It's a hard cover, as everybody knows, to actually see and keep clean and actually get a real decent grade. Just love that art. Love what he does here with Orion. But it was a nice buy. This is another one that I picked up in a multiple buy that only cost me like $10 or $11 for the books. For Squirrel Girl. Actually, it's kind of a hard book to find in good shape. One thing to look for is along the side here, since it's a big thick book like the ones in the 70s, it's hard to find it without being split, cracked, or peeled, but relatively good shape. And it's a Neil Adams or Arthur Adams cover. So I was excited about picking that up this year. Jim Starlin goodness, first Shang-Chi. I really dig this cover. Picked this up at Wizard World in Des Moines earlier this year. Paid a pretty decent price for it, not very expensive, so I was happy about that. Then the next couple books that I picked up, I bought in a collection, and I actually bought 5 of these. I didn't realize there was 5 of these in one bag. This was the big book in the collection, but I sold 2 of them already. But I picked up 1, 2, 3 copies still what I have left of New Mutants, and I paid a relatively low price for them. So this goes as one of the bigger buys I got this year, just recently. So it was a good deal. I was very excited, and these are in great shape. Little creases down here on this one. This one is almost perfect. And then this one. And the thing that always killed me about this is that it either comes in like a dark orange or a red, and there's all kinds of different tones to it for these New Mutants 87s. So very excited about that, but just a real good buy. Oops. And then, well, there's Amazing Spider-Man 300. I finally got another good copy of that. I sold one earlier this year, and then I bought another one. And then can't have New Mutants 87 without New Mutants 98. So I sold one copy of this year at the last show I was at in Davenport. And then this one, I've got 2 copies of this that I picked up this year. This one is the copy I got at Wizard World in Des Moines, but then this one is actually, and I don't know if you can see this or not because the lighting's not so great. Oops, sorry about that. Little action there, problem there. But that one is actually signed by Dick Giordano in silver, so it's hard. But that was kind of a neat buy. I got this at Have Fun Collectibles, so that came with the Detective 411. But I was very excited about getting another copy of this, especially this one's a little nicer than the last one. It's not nearly as faded. So I'm going to do this by hand for the rest of the video. Then now I'm going to go into the big books that I bought this year that I was very excited about. Picked this up at C2E2 earlier this year in Chicago, which is the big show around the Midwest. And I actually got it signed by Neal Adams. So it says To Sean from Neal Adams down there. So definitely worth it. I bought this book from a gentleman on eBay, and it's one of my favorite covers of all time. Picked this one up at a local shop also during one of their sales. And this is one of the books off of my list too, was Submariner #1. This book is really good shape, considering it's got a little foxing going around it on the corners here. But other than that, that is, I would probably say a 7.5 to an 8 all day long. It's not perfect by any means, but there's nothing wrong with it. And the inside pages are pretty clean too. And then this book I've shown a few times. This was one off of my hit list for 2016, which was Green Lantern, Green Arrow 76. Then I sold a copy of my Captain America earlier this year. It was 7.5, and I got this off of eBay for considerably less money. I was very excited that they took the offer that I had, but it was one of the books that I really wanted. And then this one is the last big one that was a surprise this year. I made a bid through Pedigree Comics, and I picked this up. It's an upgrade. I have a 5.5, now I have a 7.5, and that is what I picked up this year. So, honorable mention. Just got this 9.2 Nova, and then Francis McMenamin had a contest to help him name his YouTube channel, and this was the first prize. I said fistful of comics, fistful of keys, and I got a signed by George Perez. Sorry about the bad lighting. Avengers 181, first appearance of Scott Lang as in Marvel Comics. So everybody have a great year, and I will talk to you soon.